Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Connor, and this is going to be a Borderlands 2 trailer analysis video for the introduction to Sir Hammerlock trailer. And I cannot upload just the trailer because of copyright, because it's a machinima video, but I can do an analysis. And so, sorry for the Borderlands 2 hype video not having anything. It's just, I told you it's not a trailer. So watch this if you want. I'm going to try to make this as quick and as informational as possible. I'm not doing this to gain subs. I'm only doing it to inform you guys of what's coming in Borderlands 2. So get ready. Ooh, rated M. Oh no. Obviously the game's made by 2K and Gearbox, as before.
What ho, prospective Vault Hunters! Sir Hammerlock!
So there you go. You got Sir Hammerlock, the guy who's going to be narrating this entire thing. And yeah, I'm sorry I'm talking fast because the last one I did, I tried to explain everything. It was 24 minutes long, and I can't do that this time. So, let's get going.
At your service. I hear you're considering an excursion to the Borderlands. Well, let me be the first to warn you that Pandora...
So there you go, you have the truck again, and it looks like it can throw a thing in the... It can throw a barrel. You can see in the top left that there's where you buy your ammo and everything. In the middle, that's where you get the car. Yeah, that's where you get the... Where you can... Not rent the car, forget the car. More jumps.
This world is not what it once was. You may have memories of sand
and as you can see right there, he just threw the barrel. That's really cool. And then they have a road this time, which they didn't have in Borderlands 1.
Dirt, and occasional rock. But now, there are all sorts of new places to discover. The glossy, fascist beauty of the City of Opportunity.
So there's one city. That's the City of Opportunity, they call it. And that looks like it's going to be one of the main battle places. And that's where the main enemy is located, I believe.
The dangerous lushness of the Highlands.
Then there's the Highlands. Sorry, I just paused it, but that's the Highlands.
Dangerous and, to be quite honest, rather pungent caustic caverns.
And then let me go back a little. Because here is the caverns and the swamp area, and these enemies look dangerous.
And to be quite honest, rather pungent caustic caverns. You think you know the Borderlands? You've seen... Oh, and also, you will probably be killed in one of 1,000 horrifying.
So right there, they just showed a couple of the enemies that you're going to be facing, and obviously, most of the people from Borderlands 1 are going to be back, but the new enemies look insane.
See, the Borderlands have been taken over by a nefarious so-and-so called Handsome Jack.
So there he says, Borderlands has been taken over by Handsome Jack.
And only you can stop him. Because you are a badass, you see. Of course, what variety of badass is up to you. There are 4 classes to choose.
So right here, he's going to explain what the 4 classes of people you can choose. And if you pre-ordered the game, I think you can still do it. You get another person, I think. So I pre-ordered it for that reason. So they're going to explain them, and I'll talk to you at the end of each one of the explainings to tell you what I think of them.
From each with their own unique strengths, as well as numerous heads and skins if you wish to visually customize your character.
Well, that's weird. It's not weird. It's cool. You can visually customize your character, where you couldn't do that in Borderlands 1.
But anyway, let's talk violence. Maya, the Siren, can use her phase lock ability to control the battlefield, imprisoning enemies, healing her allies, and dealing an awful lot of elemental damage. See those bandits? Notice how they aren't on fire? Maya shall fix that. The command...
So, as you saw, that was Maya, the Siren, and she's obviously the elemental person. She uses her freeze lock to freeze the battlefield. She uses fire to light these guys on fire, as he said. So she, obviously, as you can tell, is the element person and is going to be, like, she heals people, and I can tell she's going to be very helpful if you play with 4 people. So the next guy is a commando, so we'll see him.
The Commando Axton uses his saber turret to attract the hatred of his enemies.
So as you saw, the turret in Borderlands 1 was not that effective, but it was at the same time if you fully upgraded it. So this turret looks insane with the shield and the laser locking system with rockets. So I want to look forward to that.
And deal a great deal of damage. He can also attach a nuclear bomb to his turret, causing a hilariously large explosion every time he deploys it.
Yeah, you definitely couldn't do that in Borderlands 1. Nuclear bomb with your turret.
Which is fun. If you're in...
So, Axton is going to be the all-around guy, as he was in Borderlands 1. His name wasn't Axton, but the guy with the turret. He was pretty decent with every weapon, but pretty good with his turret. So, this guy is the sniper. I think his name is Zero.
Interested in sniping or stabbing people through the chest with a bloody large katana, then perhaps Zero the Assassin might be more your speed.
So as you can see, although it's not finished, but Zero's going to be the assassin, so he uses the sniper and a katana and his invisibility skill to kill people.
At higher level, Zero can move through the battlefields like the wind, slaying enemies left and right.
So he can move really fast, and when you upgrade him enough, he becomes invisible. And they'll talk about that with skill points and class mods in a second. So this is Salvador the Gunzerker.
Salvador the Gunzerker can go into a sort of rage mode where he gains massive damage resistance and can dual-wield any two weapons in the game.
So rage mode is extra damage, like resistance, so people can't kill you as fast. And you can hold dual-wield weapons, which is... I'm looking forward to that a lot.
Oh, speaking of weapons, Borderlands 2 has rather a lot of them. Over 87 bazillions. All of which you can...
So, he says there's a ton of weapons, and as you can see, you have your on the left you have your same thing that they had. It's just, it looks newer, and the gun, they have that. Backpack is all your weapons, relics, and class mods, and then you can trade with your friends and stuff. And duel, apparently. I've never seen that. But they just made everything look sleeker.
Trade with your friends or store in your own personal bank. You see, all of the loot in the Borderlands, guns, shields, grenades, and the like, are randomly generated, so no two pieces of gear are the same.
Now, I don't know if that's true or not, because in Borderlands 1, I'm pretty sure they didn't randomly generate everything. You could have the same weapon, but... I guess if that's true, then I think that's awesome, because I love the level of having like customization, having everything being random. And also this gun looks insane on the right.
Perhaps you'll find a minigun that shoots explosive rounds, or a submachine gun that covers your enemies in acid.
I just want to point out, look at all that damage that gun's doing. I definitely want to use that, because it looks like that's over 2,000 damage right there, so...
Or a pistol that explodes like a grenade when you reload it.
That's just funny. I'm gonna do a video on that one if they release more information, or when I get to use that. That's hilarious.
I'm at it. I should mention grenades.
And while they mention grenades, they didn't have very many good grenades in Borderlands 1, so I'm happy that they're redoing the grenades.
Out in the Borderlands, grenades are just as varied as the guns, really. There's bazillions of them, and they can create black holes or throw fire everywhere, or... Well, I'll give you an example. Have you ever thrown a grenade that homes in on its target, sticks to them, then explodes into 5 separate grenades that cover everything around them in acid? Because in the Borderlands, you certainly can.
So that's insane that they're bringing back all the new grenades and stuff, because there was only a certain amount of grenades and a certain things that they could do with them. So I'm happy that they can they're bringing back grenades and making them better, because that's one of the most effective things for the bosses in Borderlands 1. So yeah, let's continue.
And you'll almost certainly need to use such devices, for you see, the lovely locales of the Borderlands are filled with hundreds of new and dangerous foes that will rip you to pieces in an instant.
So now they're going to talk about all the new foes, as they like to call them, or enemies. And there was a ton in Borderlands 1, but I'm expecting like double that in Borderlands 2.
Bandits, creatures, robots, even deadly plant life. There's no end to the...
So they said the animals plant life, and robots. So obviously they're bringing a new technology portion with the city and the robots that they didn't really have in Borderlands 1. And these ice freaks.
Number of things on this planet that wish we are untouched.
And that fire sketchy thing.
Only dead. Take the wormhole thresher. Spiky fellow, more than a little dangerous. He can attack you with his tentacles.
Aww, it's loading. I messed up. I'm sorry. Hopefully it'll load fast. My internet's horrible. So yeah, I'm mainly looking while it's loading. I'll just tell you right now. I want to use Axton. I'm gonna use Axton first for to get a little way of the land, and then I'll probably go through and do a separate playthrough with each one of the characters. But I'll probably upload just the first playthrough with Axton. If you guys want to see the others, I mean, I'll deal with that when the time comes. So let's continue.
And lobs spikes at you from a distance. And if that weren't bad enough, he can also create a singularity around his body, pulling you into close...
Oh, yeah, with that, they're also trying to do more elemental things, which I think is really cool.
...range, we can skew you on his retractable spikes. And he's only one of the many, many opponents you'll face off against. Don't even get me started on the Nomad Torturers,
So Nomad Torturers are new.
Warloaders, the badass...
Warloaders and badass flying things.
Fortunately for you, brave adventurer, as you progress through your mission, you'll gain new skills. Powerful relics and...
So this is where they talk about relics. As you can see, dull recoil minus 32.7. Relics help you with certain guns and certain items. Like this one gives you less recoil. They don't cost a lot, but you can't really buy them. And you can see level 50 is cool. The ammo and grenades are on the right, as they always were. And your health and shield are on the left, just with a new interface.
Badass points, which will allow you to reach all new levels of badassness. Relics can improve any aspect. So,
right before I do this, right before they start talking about relics, they talk about badass points, which here's badass. Obviously, they'll come back and talk to it, but basically you just do a bunch of challenges, and they give you badass points, and you can use those to upgrade certain things about your kit, and it applies to every person you have. So now they talk about relics.
Relics can improve any aspect of your character, from health to fire rate to vehicle speed, while class mods can improve.
So health, fire rate, and vehicle speed are some of the things that the relics help with. But if you've ever played Borderlands 1, relics, they didn't have relics in Borderlands 1, but they did have class mods.
Certain skills far beyond their maximum limit.
So it looks like these class mods aren't the ones that... There was one where they gave you extra like spaces for grenades and stuff. But these class mods look like they just upgrade your skills.
For instance, take a gander at Zero's backstab skill, which increases all melee damage done against...
And I don't know really how to explain this, but you can see all the things on the right are 5 out of 5, but this one has a blue 8 out of 5 because they applied the class mod to it to give it extra percentage damage.
Against enemies who aren't facing you. At its highest level, backstab gives Zero an additional 40% damage. But should you get a class mod that puts an additional 4 points into backstab, then... Booyah! Plus 72% backstab damage.
So as you can tell, the class mods help with skill points, and it bumps everything up by like 3. I think class mod, it's a plus 3 skill point advantage, and you can only use it for certain things.
As you use these skills to destroy enemies and complete...
So here, as you can see, here's the mission complete with rewards. You always get experience, sometimes you get money. And the gear, it's weird because you can have either one thing or the other thing, and it looks like these are grenades. So here, so there's the guns. You can either have this gun or that gun. So it's weird. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think. They just quickly skip through, but... And as also you can see, they're playing on the PC on the bottom.
Money, gear, and experience, all of which can be used.
Oh, so let me go back a little bit.
Money, gear, and experience.
So there, you can see level up. They're level 50, and they have 36,000 health, which is a lot, I think. And their thing, they have I don't know what to call it. The skill, their little turret type thing, if they have one of those. So the interface looks a lot like the same. I mean, they can't change it that much.
All of which can be used to improve your character's skills, of which there are a great many. By buying...
And so as you can see, on Borderlands 1, they had all 3 of the columns were side by side, and now you just scroll through to whichever ones you want, which is really cool. I like that a lot more than the old way.
The right skills, you'll be able to cut through your enemies like a hot knife through a psycho, you badass, you. Oh, and speaking of badassitude, Borderlands 2...
Alright, so now here's the badass rank that they talk about. So you have 76 badass tokens, and I think you get them by completing these challenges. And as you can see, these bonus stats, these are everything they've used their badass tokens to redeem. So like critical hit damage, reload speed. I want to use a lot of these a lot.
Has a new system known as Badass Rank.
So as you can see, redeem token, once they click that, they got a plus 0.6, 0.06, or 0.6 shield recharge rate. So I think it could be random, I'm not sure.
By completing the dozens of varied challenges in the game, you can increase your badass rank and purchase stat bonuses that apply to all of your different...
So as you complete the challenges, you become a bigger badass basically, and you can buy all those things on that bonus objective list apply to any of the characters you have in the game.
Characters. And did I mention that badass ranks are unlimited? Because they are.
And as you said, unlimited, so you can basically have as much badass ranking and token as you want. And this thing looks ridiculous right here. I don't even know what to call it.
To that end, Borderlands 2 supports parties of up to 4 players. 2 players can also play split screen on the same monitor and then take that split screen game online.
So as you can see, what he just said is you can play split screen on, and right here on the bottom it specifies on console only, and so like Xbox and PS3, but then you can take your split screen game and go online and play with it. That was one of the major selling points for Borderlands 1 for me, and I'm happy they brought that back.
Friendship and cooperation. Oh, the time has come, badass. Handsome Jack's army threaten to burn Pandora to the ground.
So, as I said, Handsome Jack's army wants to destroy Pandora, and you gotta defeat him. So I'm assuming that's gonna be the last boss you face. Oh, whoa, come on.
And only you can stop him. Grab your gun, bring your friends, and set some psycho midgets on fire. This is Sir Hammerlock telling you, the Borderlands are waiting.
So that was the Borderlands 2 Introduction to Sir Hammerlock trailer. I think it's going to be one of the best games released this year because I'm a huge Borderlands activist and supporter. And obviously you're going to see the playthrough on my channel live September 18th when the game comes out. I'll probably do Axton first, or one of the sniper, and I'm happy they brought back, I don't know why they'd ever change it, but I like how they have on the screen the Borderlands 2 with the guy having the 2 fingers under his neck like guns. I love that from Borderlands 1. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm not doing this for the views and subs, as I said. I'm just doing this to inform you, and because I find it fun to break down trailers. I hate breaking down Black Ops trailers because everyone's like, oh, you missed this, but Borderlands 2 I know a lot about, and so I can pretty much just choose what I want. So as I said, September 18th, it comes out on all platforms except Wii, I think. Yeah. And Xbox, PS3, PC. I'm going to be doing it on PC because I don't want to pay the extra $80 to get it on Xbox because I'm cheap, unless one of you wants to buy it for me, and I'm not asking for that, but whatever. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name has been Connor, and I'll see you guys later.